Hello, it's Chrissy here. In this video I'm going to show you how to edit the logo style template from the Real Estate Marketing Kit bundle. I've got the template open in PowerPoint and I'm on slide 1. Okay, generally when you open a PowerPoint template, the first thing I would advise you to do is to save it by a different name. That way you know that the original template is going to be always there, clean and available for you to use in the future. So click on File, Save As, and then type your name in like I've already done here. So instead of Property Showcase Logo Style, I've just added For Demo on the end, so it's saved as a different name. You would normally just click Save and then you're going to be returned back to the Home tab. Okay, so always on the first slide you're going to be finding an audio icon. So click on that and then you can click play to preview the audio. Now, to change the audio, what you would need to do is just highlight the audio icon and then hit the delete key. I'm not going to do that here, but if you were to hit the delete key and then you want to insert another audio track, you just click on Insert and then Audio and click on Audio on my PC, and then you'll be prompted to browse on your computer where the replacement track is. Okay, so highlighting this audio icon now, I want to go to the Audio Tools tab and I'm going to click on the Playback tab. So you'll see that the audio is set to start automatically, which is good. We want to make sure it's ticked to play across all slides. We want to make sure that the icon is ticked to be hidden during the show. And here you can change the volume. I usually stick with medium. And if you want to do any fade in or fade out, then you can set those timings here. And you can also trim audio if you want to by moving these levers left and right. I'm not going to do that on this occasion because I don't want to change the music. Okay, so now we've got, let's start editing the actual slide. So to edit text, I just click on this text box, I place my cursor and I left click and drag, and that's the text highlighted. So now you can just start typing whatever you want to type. So I'll just change that to just listed now. If you want to change the actual font, just make sure, whoops. If you want to change the actual font, just do the same and highlight the text. And this little submenu will pop up. And you can click on the down arrow and it will show you all of the fonts that you've got on your computer that are available for use. So, and just by hovering over them you get a preview of what each font would look like. So let's say we've decided we like this one, we'll just click on it to confirm. Now from this submenu you can always change the size as well. And again, you get the preview of what the size will look like. I'll leave it at 96. You can also change the colour. Click on the down arrow and you can choose the colour. And again, you get a preview just by hovering over. Let's just leave it white. And for the size of the font, you could also click on these icons, increase font size or decrease font size. Instead of doing it by the size method, I would prefer to do it by the number method really myself. Okay, so that's how you edit the text, and obviously it's the same for any text on the slide. You do exactly the same as I've just showed you. Now let's say you want to change the logo. So we click on the logo, and then to change it, we right click and then choose Change Picture. You get the option to choose from a file, this will have a file on your computer, from an online source or from icons. Most of the time you'll want to choose a file on your computer, so click on that. And then let's say I wanted to use my own logo here, Pro Video Vault. Click on that, click Insert. And there you go, that's now changed. Alright, I'm just going to undo that. Now, one other thing I like to do whenever I open a PowerPoint template is to see exactly what's on each slide. And to do this, I click on Select. I'm on the Home tab. I click on Select on the right-hand side and then choose Selection Pane. So now you can see every single element that's on the slide and at what order they're in. And this will be on the Z-axis, I think it's called. So picture 3 is right at the bottom, text 1 is right at the top. Okay, so let's say, for example, if I was to reorder these and I drag this down to underneath the bottom block, now that's hidden by the bottom block. So that's how you reorder things on the slide. I've just undone that. Okay, the other thing I like to have open is the animation pane. So we click on the Animations tab, then we click on Animation Pane here. So we've got the Animation pane open and the Selection pane open. Now you can see everything that's going on except for the big preview window. Except for the big preview window has just got smaller, sorry. Except for the big preview window has just been partially hidden. So what you might need to do is to shrink that preview window by going down to the bottom here and dragging this slider bar until you can see all of the slide. That's small. Okay, so we've changed the logo, we've discussed the audio. If you want any further information, more detailed information, well, I can't do a video when that's in the background, can I? If you want any more detailed instructions about how to use audio in PowerPoint, there is a separate tutorial in the members area. Okay, so how about if you wanted to change the design slightly? Let's say, for example, this bottom block, which is currently blue, let's say you wanted this to be a whole different colour because your real estate agent uses a different colour in their logo or on their website. So all you need to do is click on it to highlight it and then go to Format and then Shape Fill. You can choose any of these colours by hovering over them. Again, you get that preview. Let's say orange was our real estate agent's colour. So we just click on orange and that changes that. Now, you probably noticed that this block has some transparency, so you can see a little bit of the picture underneath it. Now, what if you wanted to change that transparency? Well, you can go back up to these shape tools, click on this tiny little arrow here, Format Shape. Okay, and then another pane opens, the Format Shape pane. So you can see here, this is the fill, so we changed that, it's a solid fill, and we changed it to this orange. Okay, and here's the transparency. It's currently set to 30%. If you want to change that, you can drag the slider, make it less opaque or more opaque, or you can do it by these little up and down arrows here. Now there will be, I don't believe there's a line on this, a line outline, so this is, this little tab here, this is it a hexagon, a pentagon? I'm not sure what the shape is actually called, but This is where if you wanted to add any shadows or anything like that to it. But once you've changed the colour, you just close the format shape pane again, and I'm just going to undo that because I'll just change it back to the original colour. Okay, what else? Well, the main image. The images that are in these templates are Creative Commons images, and most of them do require attribution. And there is a document with all the templates that tell you what the attribution is that is required. But the whole point of these templates is for you to create real property listings, not fictitious properties. You know, this is only for demo purposes, so if you do use them for demo purposes, well, just make sure you do include those attributions somewhere in the video or on the YouTube description or wherever you're going to be putting it, just to comply with the regulations. But ordinarily you would have a real property that you would want to put the images in instead of these demo images. So let's click on picture 3 here, which is this picture, and then we want to change it, so we just do the same thing as we did for the logo. We right click and we click change picture from a file or an online source or wherever you want to choose it from, but just browse on your computer and you will have a new picture put in place of this demo picture. There is also another separate tutorial on changing and editing images, and that's in the members area. Okay, so I think that is slide 1 covered. So let's move along to slide 2. Alright, now obviously you can see all the animations that have been applied to each of the elements on this slide, and you can see all of the elements on this slide here. So is there anything we haven't covered yet? I've showed you how to edit text, I've showed you how to edit the logo, I've showed you how to edit the design, the colour and things like that, and I've showed you how to edit these images too. What else? Let's see. Let's say, for example, we wanted to change the animation. Okay, so let's click on the animation pane, and with the element highlighted, you can see exactly image 1 has a blinds effect applied to it. Now let's say you wanted to change that to a different effect, or you wanted to change the options on that effect. Let's keep the blinds effect. Let's go to effect options. At the moment it's a horizontal. We could just click that and make it vertical instead. Okay. Now if you wanted to change the actual animation, you can just highlight over any of these and click on them to choose it. If you want more choice, you click on this down arrow here and you get a lot more choice here. Alternatively, even more choice, click on more entrance effects, and here are all the entrance effects that are going to be available to you for this particular element on the slide. If you have the preview effect clicked, just by clicking on basic zoom, it will give you that preview. Like that. Like that. So you choose any animation that you prefer over the ones that I've already built into the templates. If you don't want to go ahead with it, you decide you like the original after all, just click cancel. If you decide you're happy with the new animation, click OK. I'm just going to click cancel for this one. Okay, now let's see slide 3. Let's just show you on slide 3, on any slide, you'll see on these thumbnails on the left hand side, you see this little star icon, and you can see when you hover over it, it says play animations. Okay, so if you click on that, let's just see the animations come in. Alright, so there's probably not a lot else to tell you particularly about this slide. There's nothing particularly different from what I've already described in the other slides. So let's move on to slide 4. Let's play the animation. Same with that one. Slide 5. So now you can see this particular slide, slide 5, has, at first, it appears it has only one image because that's the image you can see when you click on the slide. But once you play the animations, you can see that there are in fact 4 images on this slide. And actually, if you look on the selection pane, you will see indeed there are 4 images on this slide. So they are obviously image 2, 3 and 4 are hidden underneath image 1. Now if I click on this little eye icon here, it will hide image 1, and so I can now see image 2. Again, click to hide and there's image 3, click to hide and there is image 4. So this is what you want to do to change the images around. So click on image 4, which is the very bottom image. Again, right click, change picture from a file, and then just browse on your computer to wherever the file is that you want to replace. Once you're happy with that one, reveal image 3 and do the same for that one, change picture. Just make sure all the images have the little eye icon open so they can be seen once you've finished editing it. Okay, slide 6, let's play. There's nothing extra special about slide 6. There's nothing additional, no additional features other than the same as the rest of the slides. So let's go to slide 7. Okay, slide 8. Okay, so slide 8 is a bit different to the others because obviously it has a map and it has some icons as well. Those are extra. So again, look at the selection pane and you can see every single element that is on this slide, and you can see every single animation that has been applied to the elements and the order of the animations. So obviously you're going to want to change the Google map according to the real location of the property. So yeah, you just highlight, you can click on the element in the selection pane to highlight it, or you can click on it yourself right in the preview window. And then once again, just change picture and choose the map that you want to replace. Now for the icons, you might have a property here which is not near to any parks, so you won't want to include a parks icon. So once again, you would want to right click, change picture and choose a different icon of your own from a file or from icons or from wherever you have an icon that you want to use. I think I have included some extra map icons in the package. So there's a few for different property features that you might want to use instead of parks. So if we changed out that park icon, then we'd obviously want to change this park text. So let's look at this. So we would need to see parks. Let's go text feature 1. Yeah, that's the right one. Okay. So again, changing text, you just click on it, double click, and you've highlighted the whole word, and you can just begin typing. Or just type in Parkland. Alright, now obviously this text is been rotated, and all you would need to do is rotate it back if you wanted to do that. Like that, see? Or just click undo if you make a mistake. Yeah, so the map icon, the map marker, you'll have, you want to make it animate into the location of the actual property. See, at the moment it comes in and it lands there. All you'll need to do is click on it. Let's say the property is actually over here. Let's drag it over here. Okay, let's play that again. Okay, now it's moved directly to the new location. Now, if you think that, for example, this map marker, you don't want it coming from this direction all across this map, say, for example, you just wanted it to come in quickly from the left-hand side, you just click on Effect Options, and then you can choose which direction it flies in from. I'll just leave it as it is for this one. Alright, now slide 9. This is the final slide in this logo style template. And there's nothing different to the other slides. I've already explained how to change text, how to change the logo, and everything else. So the only thing that you might want to do is change, say for example, the timing of the animations, or if you want to give people more time to read what's on the slide, then you'll want to change the timings a little bit. But there is another video, it's just a general video on how to deal with animations and timings and that sort of thing, so refer to that in the members area. Alright, so I think that's everything covered for the logo style template, so hope that was helpful, and I will see you in the next video.